What is up everyone, my name LoreChirik and today I'm gonna mix Slenderman and Roblox Piggy into one character. NANI? Not like that actually. I'm gonna use my drawing tablet to make a mashup of those two scary characters into one even more scarier character. So let's begin. I started with the simple sketch and at first I couldn't decide if I should draw it in a suit like the Slenderman wears, or maybe draw it in a dress like the Piggy is wearing, or maybe naked? No, maybe not. So I decided to mix dress and a suit and I ended with this, suit for women.
Okay.
Then I got another dilemma, should I make tentacles or not?
No!
So I make tentacles, but there are not tentacles but the hooves.
Stop it. Get some help.
Then was the head part, so this time I go with the standard bandages on the head but with only one eye. I added the bandages also on the arms and of course I added one baseball bat. I wanted also add the baseball bat in the other hand and in each one of the hooves, but I pass on it. So there we go, the finished piece. Thank you for watching, bye. No, you kidding me? We still need to draw and color this. So I started to make a black outline of what I just sketched, detailing the most important parts like the bandages and so on. After that was ready, there was time for another part, filling with the colors part. But what color should I pick for the dress suit? The black one, like the Slenderman, or the red, like the pig dress? I decided half this and half this, so we got color like that. I fastly filled the dress with a big brush and added some shadows on the edges to make it more 3D. Then I added some highlights on the opposite side of the shadows to make some parts of it pop out. And then was the real dilemma, the color of the bandages. I could not make them gray as there are in the Slenderman itself, because it would be too much Slenderman in it.
Okay.
Seriously, it's a mashup, so I need to mix two characters, okay? So I picked the skin color of the pig, so we can assume that those bandages are not bandages, but are some kind of a skin of a pig, okay? Then of course shadows, and I started to color the tentacles, or maybe hooves tentacles? Yes, that's the word, hooves tentacles. The baseball, we're just gonna make it classic brown, because have you ever seen a pink baseball? No? Me too. Then I also put some shadows on the hooves tentacles and on the baseball bat and filled the shirt with the grey and black, so it seems she have actually under this dress another suit, but for a man. Then I put some details and highlights and I removed the remains of the paint from edges and I filled the eye with the red and ta-da-da! The Slenderpig! Do I like it? Yes, but I don't know why it reminds me so much of a Worms from the Worms game. Anyway, I made it quite fast and I got some more time, so I decided to make another one, but this time not full body but a close-up on the head and in a different drawing technique. So I made a sketch on a new page and I don't know why I wanted it to have an open mouth, so it came like that. It heavily associated in my head with FNAF, but I kept going and I filled the sketch with the colors and I decided that it needed some outline, but this time I didn't want it to make again the black one, so I make it with the darker version of the colors next to it. Then I added some of the shadows and then this happened. I lost like 3 hours of footage, the file just didn't want to open and I don't know why this happened, but whatever. For those 3 hours I was making close-up on certain elements and I was perfecting them. To be precise, I was perfecting the torso and the hooves, tentacles, and on the file that you are watching right now I'm perfecting the head. The work was endless. I was again and again customizing the same place to get the most of it, but at the end I didn't like the result, so I changed the brushes and I started to make various textures on it. I also added the ears in this one, and the head is in quite different shape than it was in the first drawing. The ears are like coming out of this bandage skin and it looks very interesting and surreal. Lastly, I changed my mind about the teeth and I done it not that sharp as they were in the sketch. At the end, I just make a red light on the eye and it was it. Da 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 da! The Slenderpig 2. Do I like it? Well, to some point yes, but I'm still missing something in this drawing and I hope the next one will be better. I'm still new to drawing and I haven't do a lot of drawings in the past, so definitely it might be better.
And now something that you all waited for. How it would look Slenderpig as a figure, let's find out. Pardon my voice, but during making this video I got little sick. NANI? No, not corona, I hope so, help by subscribing. My throat really hurts so I can't speak anymore, so I use the Google Translator. Okay little alligators, it's time for real sculpting. I started with armature and I make 8 limbs, those will be hands and hooves, tentacles. After everything is glued and stable, time for applying the clay. After that's done, it's time for baking. Yes, I'm gonna bake it now because the tentacles will be very heavy and I don't want it to bend my figure. Yes, I know, I'm smart. Baking complete, everything nice. Now we gonna put it into vise and apply some more clay because this figure deserves it. Then I rolled a piece of clay and cut it with a knife to make inside a room for aluminium wires. That's how I cover the hooves, tentacles, and hands. When I smooth everything, I place remaining aluminium wire of the right hand in the proper position, and I again cover it with clay, and this will be the baseball bat. Don't tell me that's not smart.
Okay, time for a gender change, I mean voice change. I don't change gender, just the voice, okay? So I filled the remained holes with the clay, and I added a little more clay to the dress area and to the head area, because this figure needs to have some brain compared to some of my subscribers. When I applied enough clay, I started to smooth it using various tools like my hands, ballpoint tool and PP. It was just a joke, don't unsubscribe please. At the end I smooth it again with my fingers to have a smooth surface, and I make an eye. Then I make the suit and tie by just placing ready-made elements. After that there was a place just for details like the suit dress of Piggy, pockets, folds and so on. Everything to make it more great and more interesting. I also done some kinks on hooves, tentacles, and started to smooth the figure with a substance X, which I don't tell what it is, but I give you a hint. Russians drink it for breakfast. I used my brush to give it a unique texture. And then was the part we all waited for, bandage skin. I placed the piece of clay into table and cut it into a lot of small and thin stripes. Then I just apply it into head and hands of Slenderpiggy. Then I again make a hole in the head and place it into baking tray. Then I realized that I forgot about something about the ears and nose, so I made them and I went to bake it. I made a huge base for this sculpture because it have a leaning down position and I needed it to stay and not fall under the weight. So the base is big like you know what. Then was the part that we all wanted for, painting part. And the pain in the painting word is not without the reason, because it was a pain. I have to paint 3 times the figure on a red color to achieve good look. With 1 or 2 layers the paint was kinda transparent and I saw the color of the clay under it. So then I painted the hooves tentacles on brown, because those are legs of Piggy but dirty. Then I painted bandage skin in pink and a bat in brown and the ends of the hooves also in brown like Poo-Poo, and also the tie and suit in black and white. Everything had a base colors, so I decided to use washes in this figure. If you don't know what is wash, I will tell you because I'm here to do so.
Okay.
Washes are often used in painting minifigures like Warhammer and so on, but I often use them in painting my figures because it got great capabilities like making shadows or making old texture on the surface. I also used it in the whole dress even when there were not holes and curves to fill. It just make it more dark and old. And then this happened. I don't know how it happened, but somebody killed my bottle of black wash, but I kept going. Never give up. I use the brown wash on hooves, tentacles, and do some dry brushing on bandaged skin to make the highlights, and I also do it on the dress. After that was ready, I paint the base on violet, because why not, and I paint the eye. Lastly but not fastly, I done some details on tentacles, and palsy the last drop of paint in the eye. And there it is, Slenderpig. Do I like it? Oh yes. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and give me some ideas for next videos in the comments below, and make sure to check out on the channel how I make also the Piggy.z normal Piggy Ale, also Slenderman, and also I almost forgot to advertise my gaming channel LoreChirik. If you like gaming, subscribe. Now, bye bye, have a nice dreams about Slenderpiggy tonight.